So I've spent the last few weeks going deep dive mode into Alex Hormozi's content, trying to understand how business works and trying to understand how things function. Because there's so many things you got to think about building a business: offers, leads, you name it, niches. And I just wanted to understand this question: what matters the most when starting a business from zero? What are the elements that matter the most? And I want to break down my learnings from watching tens of videos from Alex Hormozi and just break down that content for you on my biggest learnings, as well as from building my business so far and what matters the most. And the reason why I believe this is so important is because if you're in your 20s right now, building a business has never mattered more. Right now, we've got inflation, we've got wars, we've got everything going on. We no longer want external factors driving our decisions. We need to take action. We need to take it immediately. And that's why it's my focus right now to build a business. And I hope people join me as well. So I want to get right into it. The number one thing that Alex Hormozi talks about, it's as simple as this, is just starting with the correct business model. That is basically the tool you're going to be using to get to 10K per month. And that's actually a big point because, you see so many different business models right now, from SMMA, you got e-com, trading, and all this stuff. But Alex Hormozi simply talks about the simplest business model being a service-based business. And he put a tweet here. I think it's really good. It sums it up really well. The simplest path to making money is find a service people already buy, do it in half the time, make it twice as easy for the customer, or remove all risk. Ask everyone you know if they know anybody who wants it. Change more than everybody else. Charge more than everyone else. And don't stop when you get bored. It's as simple as that. Now, watching his videos and watching his content, the reason behind why he likes service-based business is simple. It doesn't cost that much to be able to start a business. You don't need to put a lot of capital down. What you need is time and you need skill, or to have a skill to offer to clients. And that's really all that matters. And if you're watching my video right now, you've got the ability to be able to start this business. The internet is there, the internet is available. And if you've got a computer and you've got internet, you can take action immediately. And what you want to sell is not just a service, you want to sell a solution. He makes that very clear. So for me, as someone who works in Power BI and builds dashboards, it's not dashboards that I'm offering. If I offer just dashboards, then it's a race to the bottom on pricing. What I'm offering is a solution on how businesses can build profit. This is a solution so businesses can see, so what's stopping me from getting profit right now in my business? What are the numbers that are costing me right now? If you can offer a direct solution that people pay money for, that is what people want. And that's what Alex Hormozi talks about the most in his videos. Number two, sell high ticket services. Now this one, I'll be honest, it was a limiting belief in me, and I've changed my mind and approach in business a lot since watching his videos. But to put it simply, he put out this tweet. So either sell extremely expensive to a select few or sell something super cheap to everyone. The middle is where people die. I'll be honest with you, I was going to be that guy in the middle who just died, like as he said. But what he talks about the most as for a beginner is being able to sell high ticket. And the reason why is two reasons. Number one is you learn from people that are above you. You're talking about high skilled people that are paying serious money. You get to be involved in environments where people are spending serious money. And number two, you'll think of business differently. By being able to offer something that's such high price, you have to change your approach on business completely. You have to understand, how can I offer so much value to my client that this price is reasonable? If not reasonable, it's actually cheap relative to the amount of value you're offering. And this is something which I've been adjusting in my offer and being able to understand, how can I offer so much value to my client that the offer is just irrefusable. We're going back to $100 million offers there. So here are a few points just to think about when building your offer, which Alex Hormozi talked about in previous videos. Number one, and I love this one that he said, what if we charge 10x or 100x more than your current thing? What would you include? So essentially you're saying your current price of your good or service is $2,000. What if I told you now you were charging $20,000? What would you add? So for me, when I thought about building my offer, just to give you an idea, originally these profit making dashboards were just showing the issues, yeah? And they were showing, okay, these are the key areas on your customer, these are the ones that are high profit and low profit, and you're just putting numbers forward. Instead, to 10x it, I needed it to be a tool that actually makes the decision for you. It's not just showing the data, now it's making the decisions for you. I thought that's a great way to 10x it. And actually having the numbers in front of you. These are your most profitable customers and these are your least. This is the issue right here, and being able to show it to the customer directly. And instead of being a profit visibility dashboard, it's now a decision making dashboard. It's making the decisions for you. So you don't have to make it so it's 10x more valuable, but if you can increase the value of your offer substantially, suddenly you can become a high value offer. And that's something which I really like. It's a good way to think when building your offer. Number two, if I had to make a service or a product that was only grown off word of mouth alone, what would I do? Essentially, what we're saying is you've got one customer and you've got to deliver so much value to them that they have to pass on information, they have to pass on your services to other people. How good would you make it if you knew that was the case? You could no longer advertise further, you just needed them to continue passing on to other people. What would you do and how would you treat the customer? This is where one-on-one services is very important, and that's what Alex Hormozi talks about. One-to-one is the best way to offer time, and if you can offer a lot of value and basically make it risk-free for the client, it matters a lot. The point number three was proof is greater than a promise. The idea is simple. If you have proof that you can offer your services, that matters a lot, and that's priceless. I don't know what you're thinking because we're all in the same boat here. I'm building my first business. How can I offer proof if it's my first time going around? And actually, it's a lot simpler than you think. And I've been able to set this up nicely. There are three main ways you can basically show proof. Number one is through basically your past work, and I'm talking through your day job. You can show some of the results that you've done. For me, I've worked for previous clients and I've got results and basically jobs that I've done, and I can show that to clients. That shows that I've been in the game and I've got some skin. Number two is testimonials. That's being able to get clients to basically talk about what you've done in the past and be able to praise you. But being able to show that to future customers, it just shows proof that you've done great work, and customers love it when they can see some form of testimonials. Now, if you're completely new and you've got none of those two, and you need to start directly from scratch, which for a lot of people watching this, I understand you will. What you need to do is number three, which is templates. You need to show basically portfolios or designs of your work that you could be offering. So for example, let's say you're offering paid ads. What are some of the ad designs you're looking to go for? How would you be looking to build these services? For example, let's go back to like my Power BI stuff that I do. I can show some dashboards that I've built, and I can show some basically products that I could offer to the client. If you can show any sign of results or things that you could build for clients and that you've got capability, people love that. And that's the biggest thing you can show. This also gives you an opportunity to practice your skills by being able to build templates, and you can start crafting your solution out. And if you present these solutions to your client, they know that you've got the capability of doing it. Number four, lead magnets are how you get clients. Now, what the heck is a lead magnet? A lead magnet is simple. When you're offering services to clients and you begin outreaching and you begin contacting them, what most people do is they go directly to the client and say, hey, do you want to buy my 20 grand service? What do you think the chances are that you're just going to cold email someone and say, buy my stuff? Now, that's no good and that's a waste of time. The best way to improve your chances is by offering a lead magnet. A lead magnet is basically where you're solving a narrow solution and you're offering it for free. So usually a solution has multiple steps involved in it, and it's usually complex. If you can get them started and show them step one in the solution and give that away for free, people love that. Now what it does is it does one main thing. when you're emailing and when you're contacting people, you're trying to get one main thing. You're trying to get people to put their hand up and say, yep, I'm interested in what you're offering. And if you can offer that for free and they put their hand up, they're the kind of people that you're going to target further. So once they've put their hand up, you can then go and offer them the next step in the solution. Now, you need to be careful because even though it's free, they're still paying for it, and they're paying for it through time. They're having a look at what you're offering, and if it's crap and they've wasted their time looking at your service, they're not going to be interested. They're going to see it as a waste of time. They're not going to want to talk to you anymore. But if you can offer something really valuable, the chances that they come back to you is very high. So that's the thing which Alex Hormozi talks about. He had to adjust the most when he was contacting people. By simply adjusting his lead magnet in his gym launch business from basically, he offered a free evaluation of the gym. By offering that, it increased his conversion rate hugely. So this is something that you need to adjust over time. Now, there are a few kinds of lead magnets you can offer. You can offer stuff like something that reveals a problem. By revealing a problem, basically what you're doing is you're showing that there's an issue. For example, there's a lot of these websites that show that your internet is running slow or that your website is running slow. That reveals a problem. Number two, you can offer a free trial. Essentially, that can be for a tech service that you're offering, and by offering a free trial, you're showing to them that this service is good and maybe they'll want it more. And number three, which is Alex's favorite, is offering one step in a multi-step solution, which is what I'm doing as well. So essentially what you're doing is you're showing part A or step one, and when they realize that there's multiple steps, that's where you come in. So for me, in building my dashboards and building my Power BI solution, I'm going to offer them the visuals and the front end look. Now that's only step one because they're going to have to connect their data, make sure it all works, etc., and build out all the custom business rules for the client. So, but if I can just show them the visuals and show them that this is potentially what they could find out about their business, they're going to get interested. But you've got to be careful. Alex talks about this. Consider like the lead magnet that you're giving like an entree. And if you give your customer too big of an entree and they eat that entree and they're full after the entree, are they going to really want the main course, which is the offer, the main bulk? And that's where the money comes in for you. If you've given away too much in the entree, they're not going to want the main course. So this is where a lot of time needs to be spent just adjusting this lead magnet and understanding what is best for the client. And number 5 is volume times time. This is really important, and this is what a lot of beginner business owners don't understand. This thing takes time to build, and we need to be patient. So to give you an idea on volume, this refers to on the advertising level, being able to tell people about what we're offering and telling people about our stuff. Now, Alex Hormozi talks about the rule of 100, which is basically the idea that you need to outreach either through cold email, cold calls, DMs, paid ads, 100 times per day. It's as simple as that. And be able to do that for 100 days. That's 10,000 attempted outreaches over that period of time. And this includes follow-ups as well. So the volume element needs to be huge. And what he's saying is you need to do so much work that it's unreasonable that you wouldn't get a result. You need to be putting in the time that it's there. And you need to multiply that by time. You need to be doing this for long periods of time. We're not talking just a couple of months here. We're talking minimum 100 days. And for me, it needs to go a lot longer than that. We're talking years. And you need to take time to be able to do this. So to put a post up, he said, dangerous money-making combo, patience plus work ethic. Guys, if we can combine these two together and we can put in a huge amount of volume plus time and be able to work on this for huge periods of time, that's how we're going to get results. And that's what's going to make us dangerous. So that's something I'm focusing on right now. This is going to be a long game effort, and I'm mentally prepared to take the time to be able to work on this. That's why I'm posting on YouTube, because I want to document everything that I'm doing and be able to show you what I'm doing in building my business. And hopefully in the process, I can teach people like yourself that are watching, that want to build your first business, what I'm doing to succeed. And I just want to be able to help other people who are starting from zero. That were the main 5 tips I learned from Alex Hormozi. From watching his videos, there were many, many, many videos that he's put out there, but they're the 5 biggest points he puts out over and over again. And I want to put that out there because these are lessons that I'm implementing into my own business. I hope you enjoy this video. If building a business is your focus right now and just starting off, then this is the channel to follow. I'm just giving you my thoughts and how I'm getting started. If you want to keep watching, hope you enjoy. Just leave a like and subscribe. If you've got any questions, feel free to put it in the comments below. I hope to see you in future videos, and I just want you guys to take action. Let's get started and let's begin building our businesses and just building a better future for ourselves, because we all deserve better, especially if you're in your 20s.